This is not your mother's economy anymore. You notice that? Ooh, I saw some faces fall here. I'm sorry. Can I be real with you? Can I give you value today? Or do you want it to be all little valentines and pink roses? Is it okay? Yes, I can tell you what's going on. All right. This is a very different world we're living in. I think we've all noticed that, right? And let me begin with the first illusion that we're still working with, which is that you get paid to work. You don't. I know it comes as a surprise, right? You would think I have got a job, I show up for work, and I get paid, but that doesn't really work so well anymore in this economy. Oh, and then we have this great thing which says, oh, don't work harder, work smarter. Right. And you work smart, and the bonuses aren't coming, and people are getting fired. Yeah, that's really not working, is it? There's one thing and one thing only that you are going to get paid for. Oh, let me make this more general. I'll get back to this. It's true professionally, it's true personally, it's true for your relationship with your parents, your kids, your spouse. It's work for your play, and the only thing that really matters is results. Can you deliver the results that people are after? Now, okay, once you say it, that seems pretty obvious, right? It's like, yeah, of course they want the results. But what happens a lot is that we don't agree on what results really mean. So definitions of results are very important. I'll give you a great example of that. I live in Western Massachusetts, and we have a great institution there called Kripalu. And I think in the world, it probably turns out more yoga teachers than anywhere else in the world get Kripalu certified. That means in my neighborhood, there's a lot of studios and a lot of yoga fanatics and a lot of teachers, and they come to me and they say, oh, you should really, really do yoga. You would love it. Our studio is like pink and beautiful, and it's like very peaceful. And then we teach you all these things, and then you can put your leg around your neck like Madonna, which sounds really great. And I have this conversation with them that says, yeah, I go to a gym. It's very different. It's gray, and we don't have anything cute going on there. But a year and a half later, on a good day, I can deadlift 200 pounds. And they say to me, oh, but it's bad for you, and it's stressful, and you don't want that. And I say to them, yes, those are the results I want. I want real strength so that I can lift the groceries in my car and not have something happen to my back. We're having this kind of a conversation. They have a very different idea about what fitness results look like. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the results that I think I would like you to have today, and I hope that we can all agree on that. The first thing is, I'm going to make sure that after today, you walk out of here with tons of hardcore information that you can implement immediately. Okay, I'm going to give it to you in bits and chunks. It's going to be very organized, so you will not get confused and overwhelmed. I'll make very sure of that. Because it's going to be in this environment, and I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve, it's going to be fun, I promise. I know it doesn't sound like that. And it's not going to be stressful. And the whole notion of writing for business is going to go from this entirely stressful place, where everything is overwhelming and confusing, and you think that you're making things up all the time, to a place where you feel confident and assured that you know what you're doing. Now, let me show you how that's going to happen, okay? What I'd like you to do, and I'm sure you've done this in places, in church and places like that, is please stand up. Just take 10 seconds, 15 seconds, find somebody you don't know around you and introduce yourself, all right? Go ahead and do that, okay? Introduce yourself to somebody. Good. Okay, great, great. Now everybody sit down, sit down. So we're used to that. We know how to do that. You know, you've been taught, you know, look people in the eye and, you know, have a firm handshake. Okay, now I'm going to teach you another way of introducing yourself. The first thing I want you to do is say this. It's going to have 3 parts. The first part is you're going to say, hi, my name is Miriam Jacobs. Or at least I would, that's my name. Okay, so you would fill in your own name, right? The second part of the template is you say, I live in, or I used to live in, or near, and then you say place. So I would say, as the example, hi, my name is Miriam Jacobs. I used to live near a place called Leiden in the Netherlands. All right, so that's the second place. True, by the way. And the third part in this is say something about the town or what you did there or something like, I lived there and I learned how to ride a tricycle, or I graduated from college there, or they had the tallest building in the state, or something, whatever you can think of that it pertains to that thing. Now, you go ahead, it's going to take a few seconds longer, but again, just 10, 15, 20 seconds. Introduce yourself to that same person again, but use the template I just gave you, okay? Just go ahead, do that, all right? Great, great. So tell me what the difference was between one and the other. How did that work? Okay, yeah, okay. So the second time was easier because okay, that makes sense. The second time you were less nervous, which is of course in part because you already knew the person, right? So that the second time is always easier. Great. Right, it sort of went more smoothly. All right, that is all correct. That is the power of a template. Once you know what goes in each slot, you can just fill it in. What I gave you was a way to do it, a formula. I said, my name is, and then you insert your own name, and that's, it could be your maiden name or your married name. You might have a little bit of variation, but not a lot. Second thing is, I told you I lived in, and then we've all lived, well, not all of us, but most of us have lived in different places. And so in your mind, you had to go through that, and you picked one. And then you came up with a fact. Now, it could have been